Public information meeting for a development agreement to permit the development of a dog daycare at 7311 Highway 1, Coldbrook. My name is Alice Jacob and I'm a planner with the municipality of County of Kings. The purpose of today's meeting is to inform the public about this application and to explain the various planning policies that enable this application to occur, as well as to receive preliminary feedback from the public. No opinions have been formed on this application at this point. This is the very beginning of the process and no decisions will be made tonight. This map here shows the location of the property marked in orange on the map. As I said earlier, the property is located at 7311 Highway 1 Coldbrook and the PID is 55151484. This is the aerial view of the property showing the boundary of the property. The access to the property is from Highway 1 from the south end of the property. And there is an existing residential dwelling on the property towards the center. The surrounding land uses consist of both residential and commercial land uses. As I mentioned, this application is to permit the development of a dog daycare on the subject property. As you can see in this plan on the right, down here is the access to the property from Highway 1. And this is the existing residential dwelling. The dog daycare would be located towards the far end of the property, and the daycare will have an indoor structure with beds and resting area, and the daycare will also have an outdoor fenced play area with playground equipment. The daycare is expected to operate from morning to evening. The operation hours are not confirmed at this point. So, to provide an idea as to what a development agreement is, it is a legal contract between the municipality and the property owner. It is an agreement through which the municipality allows land uses that are not otherwise permitted in a particular zone. So there would be specific conditions on the agreement concerning the location or design or buffering or any other relevant aspects, depending on the type of development proposed. The agreement usually runs with the land until discharged by the council. This map here shows the current zoning of the property and the neighboring areas. The property is currently in the general commercial zone C1. The zone is intended to accommodate a wide range of commercial uses, limited residential uses, as well as low-impact industrial developments. The neighboring properties are all in the general commercial zone as well. The town of Kentville is also close to the property. This map here shows the future land use of the area. The property is expected to be in the commercial designation in the future as well. The surrounding land uses will also continue to be in the commercial designation. These are some of the photos of the property. On the top here is a key map showing the aerial view of the property with the boundary. The yellow spot marked on the map is the access to the property, shown here in this image to the left. As I said earlier, the access to the property is from Highway 1 and there is a residential dwelling across the highway opposite to the property. The orange spot marked on the map shows the position of the existing dwelling, which is shown to the image on the right. The dwelling is currently rented out. These are the views of the adjacent properties. The spot marked in yellow on the key map is shown to the image on the left, and the spot marked in orange is shown to the image on the right. These are residential buildings adjacent to the subject property. And these are some of the views of the rear end of the property. Again, the spot marked in yellow is shown to the left of the slide, and the spot in orange is shown to the right of the slide. The rear end of the property faces the parking lot of an automotive repair shop. And these are some of the photos of the adjacent commercial buildings. The image on the left, marked in yellow on the map, shows a view of a restaurant next to the property. And the image on the right, marked in orange on the map, shows a view of two automotive repair shops adjacent to the property. On to some of the policies that enable this application to occur. So policy 3.2.9 of the municipal planning strategy states, council shall consider only by development agreement in all commercial zones proposals for commercial, industrial, mixed use and residential developments that are not otherwise permitted or cannot meet applicable commercial zone standards. In evaluating such development agreements, council shall be satisfied that the condition that prevents the proposal from being permitted as of right in the designation is addressed by the development agreement, including but not limited to enhanced buffering and the positioning and design of the buildings and structures. And the proposal meets the general development agreement criteria set out in section 5.3 development agreements and amending the land use bylaw. Further, Policy 5.3.6 states, consider proposals to enter into a development agreement pursuant to Sections 225 through 230, inclusive of the Municipal Government Act, on the terms and conditions set forth in this municipal planning strategy, and a development agreement shall A. Specify the development, expansion, alteration, or change permitted, B. Specify the conditions under which the development may occur, and C. Set terms by which municipal council may terminate and discharge an agreement. So policy 5.3.7 of the municipal planning strategy lists a set of general criteria that are used to assess all development agreement applications and land use bylaw amendment applications. To summarize the policy, so when assessing an application, the council shall be satisfied that the proposal is consistent with the intent of the MPS and is not in any conflict with the municipal bylaws or regulations. And the planning staff will also look at whether the application will incur any financial impact on the municipality, whether it would be compatible with surrounding land uses, whether there are adequate sewer and water services, whether there is a potential for traffic congestion or hazards, whether there is adequate fire protection, whether there is a potential for flooding or drainage problems, or will there be any negative impacts on well fields or groundwater supplies, or is it going to cause any pollution or soil erosion or siltation of watercourses, whether the development is suitable in terms of soil, watercourses, or utility right-of-ways. So one thing to note here is not all the listed criteria might apply to an application. It will depend on where the property is located and the type of development proposed on the particular property. This flowchart here shows a development agreement process. So the first step, we have received the complete application. We are currently at the public information meeting stage, which is the second step of the process. As I mentioned in the beginning, this meeting is to inform the public about this application and to receive preliminary feedback and comments from the public. Properties within 500 feet were notified through letter mail, and an ad was also placed in the local newspaper about this PIM. The next step would be a staff review, where the staff will assess this application against various policies set out in the municipal planning strategy. We will also contact various agencies requiring comments on different aspects of the proposed development. This is also the stage where the comments and concerns from the public will be reviewed. Once the review is complete, a report will be prepared, and this will be presented to the Planning Advisory Committee, which is step 4 of the process. The Planning Advisory Committee will then review the report and provide relevant recommendations. The application will then go for a first reading to the council, and the council will then decide on a public hearing. Again, properties within 500 feet will be notified of the hearing through letter mail, and it will also be advertised in the local newspaper. After the public hearing is complete, the application would then go for a second reading, where the council will make a decision about this application. This will then be followed by our last step, which is a 14-day appeal period, during which council's decision could be appealed. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to me at 902-690-6276 or via email at ajacob@countyofkings.ca. Thank you.